This is the Radcliffe Camera. It's the most famous library in Oxford. Every day, thousands of tourists come here to get their photo taken. But honestly, I don't like studying here, so keep watching for the real best library in Oxford. If you're new to my channel, my name is Francis Madden. I'm studying for a doctorate in clinical psychology at Oxford University. This is a day in my life. It's Sunday. I'm having a bit of a slow morning, but we're going to go to the library. We're going to try and work on some of my research. I'm going to take you with me on the journey. So the day starts with the Breakfast of Champions. Viewers of the channel since back in the day when I was doing my UCL, Days in Life, will be aware of this breakfast. It's just been refined to add that nutritional optimization. I have upgraded to the Quaker Jumbo Oats, and you'll note there, Great Taste Award. I'm a sucker for a Great Taste Award. It's a beautiful day in Oxford. Got stuff for the gym as well. Trusty fruit. Why there's there is to say, really. Just gonna smash it. Just gonna smash it.
Long-term viewers of the channel will recognise my trusty bike. It still hasn't been stolen, so I don't know how long this streak's going to last, but long may it continue. We've got the pannier, we've got the upgraded handlebar grip tape. That's not fitted very well, and the brakes don't really work.
Now look at this spicy POV footage of my cycle down to the library. Gone are the days of my incredibly shaky phone strapped to my chest setup. Now we've got super smooth gimbal footage. I actually go past my friend Alexandra out for a run there. Oxford isn't too big as a city, 10 to 15 minutes to get into town. The only problem is this roundabout, which is one of the most dangerous roundabouts in the UK historically. Let's see if we make it through. That sound is my brakes, apologies. This is the money shot here. Magdalen Bridge. Every year they have an event called May Morning, which is a 500-year-old tradition. Thousands of people gather on this bridge at something like 6 a.m. There's a choir performance from the top of the Great Tower here. Then in the city, there's a bunch of Morris dancing and folk music and people in weird costumes. Not sure if I recommend, but interesting nonetheless. And then a short jaunt from Magdalen Bridge takes us to the Radcliffe Camera. This is where the grind is going to take place for the rest of the day. Now, a very important decision is where to sit for maximum productivity. A couple of options at the Radcam, the upper camera reading room, very majestic arches, but not to my tastes. And then the lower camera, which again has these beautiful classical arches, but still something about it not quite right. However, there's a library underneath the Radcam that was only opened 15 years ago, the Gladstone Link. It's got a completely different style. Low ceilings, plain white walls. This is what we're talking about. I've always preferred to work in front of a plain wall. In Cambridge, I did this at the History and Philosophy of Science Library. The temperature is nice underground. There's no light variation. I stick my lo-fi beats on and I get started. What am I actually working on today? As part of my course, I have to do 3 research projects. One of them is a systematic review where you take a bunch of existing literature about a topic and try and draw some new conclusions from them. I'm doing a systematic review about parental and child dental anxiety, so fear of going to the dentist or having dental procedures. I've got a total of 30 papers to review, and my job today is to try and look at the quality of each paper. I've got some criteria to follow. It's not too difficult, but it's just very time consuming. So the earlier I can start this, given that I'm now in my 3rd year, the better.
This is the covered market. Classic, historic Oxford market where you can get lunch, but we're not going there today. We're going to get something much more exciting. We've got to criterion 3 on the quality appraisal. Anyway, one thing you should know about me is I have a ravenous appetite, so we're going to go to this place for lunch. So I'll show you the best way to order a burrito here. It's got to be a bowl because the tortillas, they just introduce impracticalities. They get soggy, it's got to be chicken, you've got to double it.
Unbelievable Spran. Okay, it's a bit spicier than I thought. My spice tolerance has decreased over the past couple of years. You might notice as well, my laptop isn't what you normally see in a YouTuber vlogging their study days. It's a now 9-year-old Dell laptop, and I've just loved it because The display isn't very vibrant, which I'm telling myself is less addictive. You can also replace the parts very easily. So I'm on my 4th keyboard. I replaced that after the last vlog where the T key stopped working, and I've also replaced the battery a couple of times. So it's kind of sustainable. Repairable tech is the way forward if you want to save a bit of money.
Free break, guys. So we've got 2 easy peelers, which we just demolished, Gala apple, the best type of apple, and then banana. 3 of you 5 a day in just one fell swoop. We love the efficiency, just no procrastination at all today. You know, no checking the Manchester Derby score while I'm in the library. We're outside of term time, so it's actually pretty quiet for how it normally is in the Radcliffe Camera. So I'm sat in one of the bits at the side of it. This is where all the cool kids normally come for their break. These are normally full, but I managed to nab myself a spot today. There's normally loads of tourists around taking photos. It's quite Black Mirror, but today it's really quieting down. I think 'cause it's sort of late afternoon on Sunday. So I'll show you the view around me. Reflecting on the burrito that I had at lunch, I already think I've been shortchanged by that double chicken portion. Like in the past when it's been cheaper than £10 as well, it's been like an absolute mound of chicken, but today it was just not the same. Anyway, we're gonna do another hour or so, hour and a half of looking at this systematic review. Currently going through the statistical analysis of each paper, seeing how appropriate the methods they chosen were, and then we'll go to the gym and see what happens. I'll show you up around me. So that's where I am now, and that's where I came from over there.
For every paper that I'm rating the quality of, there are 14 points that I need to assess for. You just give them 2 points for yes, 1 for partially met, and 0 points for no. I'm also doing a meta-analysis, which is a way of combining all the findings of individual studies to give an overall effect size for, in my case, the relationship between parental and child dental anxiety. Again, all very time-consuming.
Right, so that's the library session done. Definitely didn't make as much progress as I wanted to on the quality criteria. I thought I'd get through that and get on to the bit after it. But just going through the stats of each paper just absolutely ages, and we're still doing it. So I don't know what to do when I get back home. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the gym and then we will have dinner because we're always hungry.
So the real work begins in the gym, where I'm trying to train to do a sub 20-minute 5K. You'll see how I get on with that in a future vlog. But basically, because my knees are dodgy, it involves a lot of leg exercises. I track all my workouts using this app called Heavy. It's unreal for just monitoring your progress over time, and you can follow your friends on it as well. Kind of like Strava, but for going to the gym. Where I can fit them in, I add some upper body exercises for that variation. But my greatest achievement since coming to Oxford is this pistol squat buzzing. Guys, we're back, and it's been a long day, so it's time to have dinner of champions, which is pasta. It's kale and ricotta sauce with a seed mix. I like the textural experience of pasta and the seeds, plus nutritional yeast, which is a little vegan special, but I'm not vegan. I just enjoyed the taste. Top that pasta dish off with 3 slices of pizza that I made the other night. Then we'll play a board game with some of my housemates. That'll cap off a day in the life here. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon.